Very good morning and warm welcome 10th standard for your online teaching learning session of Science and Technology Part B. We have started with lesson number 6, Animal Classification, and we shall continue with the same. The next phylum we are going to study is Aschelminthus. Now, last time we ended our session with phylum Platyhelminths. Okay, so helminths you will have to understand it means worms. Okay, so that was Platyhelminthus. Those worms are flat. Aschelminthus is your next phylum. These are long thread or cylindrical like, as you can see on your screen. Okay, they are also called as round worms. Okay, they are cylindrical, so they are called as round worms in general language. One specific feature about this ascaris, okay, one of the Aschelminth is male ascaris will always be shorter than female ascaris when it comes to the length of the body. Okay, as you can see, the male ascaris is shorter than the female. These are free living, you aquatic or terrestrial. You can find them in water as well as on land. Endoparasites. If they are free living, obviously they're aquatic in water or on land. But endoparasites means inside the body of the host. Triploblastic and pseudocoelomate. Germ layers, all three are present. It is developed than the previous organisms, and pseudocoelomate is false cavity that we have seen. The body is non-segmented. Okay, the body segmentation criteria is absent here. It is covered with tough cuticle. Now, what is cuticle? If you check your nails also, you will find dead skin at the base of your nails. Okay, and that is pretty tough. So that tough dead skin is called as cuticle. So their body is non-segmented, but it is covered with tough cuticle. And what about the reproductive system? These are unisexual, means male and female are different. Only one reproductive system, that is either female either or male, would be present. They are not hermaphrodites. Clear? Then you have some examples being given: intestinal worms, filarial worm, loa, that is eye worm. Okay, if you want, you can check for the disease caused by filarial worm, intestinal worms. Now, intestinal worms means these worms are present inside the body of the host in the intestine to survive. Filarial worm are those that causes filariasis. Okay, you might have seen that some people have elephant sized foot. So that is the disease caused by these worms. Okay, let's move to next. Phylum Annelida. From where does the word Annelida comes? Annelida means, annulus means a little ring like. Okay, which means the organisms in the body of those you find small ring like structure, those will be categorized under the phylum Annelida. Clear? Now let's see the characteristics. These are long, cylindrical. While we are studying the characteristics, students, you can closely observe the pictures given on your screen, and also for further detailed study you can Google them. Okay, so this is how you will be helped while studying, and you can remember the characteristics and connect them with the organism. Now here you have earthworm and leech. Earthworm and leech are very oftenly found in your surroundings. Clear? So you can connect with them. You can see a small ring-like structure on the body of the earthworm, which is very prominent. Okay. Next is metamerically segmented. Metamerically means the body is divided into equal segments, equal units. Okay, so here the body segmentation criteria is completed. Most are free living, that you can see in and around you. They can be found in water, they can be found on land, in fresh water. Yes, earthworm are very frequently seen, especially now in the rainy season. And few are ectoparasites. Okay, now these features, I am not just talking about earthworm individually. These are general features of the organism present in the phylum Annelida. Okay, I am giving you example of earthworm because you oftenly observe this earthworm, so it would be good for you to understand the characters and study them well. Okay, triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, and eucoelomate. So looking at these features, can you tell that this phylum or the organisms in this phylums are pretty much developed? Yes, development is taking place, the hierarchy is increased, the order is increased. Yes, evolution is taking place. Yes or no? As we are proceeding to further phylums of the non-chordates as well, you can see some changes, some development been taken place. Yes, okay. Triploblastic, all the three germ layers, bilaterally symmetrical. We have studied that if an imaginary axis you consider and cut the organism, it would give you two half, and eucoelomate, true cavity is present, right? How do they perform the locomotion or movement? They have some organs like setae or parapodia or suckers. Now I will not explain you. You can just look at the neris on your screen. There are these hairy structures on either side of the body, right? So these are parapodia which will help them to move forward, right? In some you will find suckers, in some you will find setae. So this is how they locomote. Then again their body is also covered with special cuticle, and these animals of phylum Annelida, they can be hermaphrodite, they can be unisexual. So in annelids, some you can find hermaphrodites, which means male and female sex organs are present in the same body, whereas some you can find male is different and female is different. Okay, hope we are clear with these two phylums. The next one, Arthropoda. Students, this one is very important and very known to you. Okay, first let us look at the meaning of the name of this phylum. Arthropoda. Arthro means joint and poda means appendages. Okay, so whichever organism you find have jointed appendages, okay, for better understanding, look at the pictures of the organism on your screen. Those will be considered under the phylum Arthropoda. Okay, jointed appendages. You can see in butterfly the wings are joined to the body, whereas you come to this centipede, millipede, again you will find those that parapodia kind of structure that help them to locomote. Then when you come to scorpion, crab, honeybee, you will be finding that they have appendages joined to the body, right? So whichever organism has such joint appendages will be categorized under phylum Arthropoda. Even when we talk about our joints, you might have heard of a disease called arthritis. Okay, so that it means that person is suffering from the pain of joints in their body. Okay, so you can relate like this. Now this phylum Arthropoda is the largest phylum of all the phylums that we are going to study. Largest phylum means you will find species in every habitat. Till now what we studied, you found that some phylum species were found in water, some were only on land, right? But in this phylum Arthropoda, you will have the species being found on the land, in water, on mountains, in the air, every corner of your planet. Okay, you can see it's written deepest oceans to highest mountains. Okay, about 84%, I repeat, 84% of all the known species on this planet are members of this phylum. Just imagine how much of a population of species we know, from that 84 belong to this phylum. It is such huge. Okay, so this also you can remember. And you don't have new organisms to hear about in this phylum. All are very well known to you all: cockroach, scorpion, crab, honeybee, lobsters, spider, insects, the centipede, millipede, and what not. Yes or no? Honeybee, butterfly, etc. etc. Now, triploblastic, eucoelomate, bilaterally symmetrical, and segmented. Now, one more thing for better, understanding. Now we are going one phylum higher every time, right? So you might have observed that triploblastic is now prominent in every phylum that we are studying. Eucoelomate, yes. Initially it was diploblastic. So this is how also you can remember that as the body of the organisms is developed or evolution is taking place, so the features are also same and in fact more advanced than the organisms in the previous phylum. Yes or no? Here you have three germ layers. They have true body cavity, bilaterally symmetrical, and segmented. Segmented is a feature of one more phylum to which earthworm belongs, that is Annelida. So this is how you can connect and study. Now these have chitinous exoskeleton. Now this chitinous exoskeleton is basically, chitin is a polysaccharide. Okay, it's too technical to learn. So just for your understanding, I'll tell you this chitinous exoskeleton. Exo means outside. Okay, so outside the body. So you might find that these arthropods have a tough, texture, the outer layer of their body, or outer skin, or outer skeleton, if you say, the covering. So that chitin will protect and support the body of these arthropods. Okay, and they are unisexual, either male, either female. In a single body, you will not find both male and female reproductive organs. Either it will be a male cockroach and female cockroach, male scorpion, female scorpion, male butterfly, female butterfly. Clear? So, this is the largest phylum with 84 species of all the known that we are aware of on our planet. Okay, so this is how you can remember. Let's move to the next. Mollusca. Now, after Arthropoda, Mollusca is the second largest phylum. Okay, now the body of these molluscans. Now, just by looking at the three examples on your screen, you might have got an idea what kind of organisms are included in this molluscans. The ones with the shells. Okay, their body is soft and slimy. Usually they are found in water, so means they are aquatic. If found on land, they are terrestrial. Now, most, if aquatic, mostly they are marine, okay, in the salty water, in the ocean or the seas, and very few you might find in the fresh water. Okay, now snail you find it on land, whereas these octopus, bivalves, you find them in the deep ocean waters. Triploblastic, obviously they are evolved. Eucoelomate, non-segmented. Okay, their body is non-segmented, but very very soft. If anytime you have taken a snail in your hand or octopus in your hand, you might find that it is so soft, even just by looking. Okay, by just looking at the external features, you will come to know they are very slimy. Like in Hindi or Marathi we say chikat sarka asto, sticky. So they are like that. Okay, but except snail, one exception in this phylum molluscan is, except snail, All the organisms in this phylum show bilateral symmetry. Okay? Snail doesn't show bilateral symmetry. Now, important feature to understand, the body is divided into three parts: head, foot, and visceral mass. Head, we all are aware. The foot region, we all are aware. Now, this visceral mass that is inside the body, it is covered with mantle. Now, what is mantle? In the yellow color picture, you can closely observe mantle, the hard shell-like covering in few of the molluscans you will find. So that is your mantle, okay, that will cover the visceral mass. That means it covers the internal organs of the particular organism. It protects the inside body, okay. So mantle is a hard calcareous shell-like structure, and sometimes this shell can be external, sometimes the shell can be internal as well. All the molluscans are unisexual, either male or female. They are not hermaphrodites. Okay, now as you keep on proceeding further, mostly they all are unisexual. Clear with this? Good. Some surprise information I'll give you. The octopus, okay, the one with that is 8 legs, that is why it is called as octopus. This octopus, students, is so clever animal among all the non-chordates. I hope you all remember we are studying non-chordates. Very good. It can change its color, okay, just to confuse the predator. It can change its color. Sometimes these octopus, or there is one more cuttlefish kind of species in this molluscan. Even that cuttlefish has an ink sac inside their body. What happens is, whenever they feel that they are going to be attacked by some predator, they burst out their ink sac and let the ink spread in the water surrounding them, so that they can run away from the predator. This intelligent these animals are, let me tell you. One more special feature of octopus is it can perform 3 types of locomotion. It can swim, it can creep, it can walk. Yes. Next time, do closely observe and let me know what movement of the octopus did you find, whether it was swimming, whether it was creeping, or whether it was walking. Isn't this lesson very, very interesting? Yes, it is. Phylum Echinodermata. Let's look at the name of the phylum, Echinodermata. Derma means skin and echino means spiny. So, the body of these animals would be having spines. Okay. Now, these spines are calcareous spine. Calcareous means they are made up of calcium carbonate. Okay. Throughout the body, they will be having the presence of this calcareous spine. Hence, they are named echinoderms. Exclusively found in ocean. To remember this characteristic, you can just look at the names. Sea cucumber, sea urchin, brittle star, starfish. Okay. Sea cucumber, it looks like a cucumber and it is found in the sea, so they named it sea cucumber. It's a fish in the form of star shape, hence starfish. Okay, so you can remember this way. Next feature, triploblastic, yes, 3 germ layers and eucoelomate, that is true body cavity is present. Something unique here is, during the larval stage, these echinoderms would exhibit bilateral symmetry, whereas after they develop in their adult stage, they'll exhibit radial symmetry. This, just to memorize, if the imaginary cut here passes through the central axis of any plane of the body, it will give you 2 equal halves. Okay, this is just for the understanding. Then, these animal students have a good ability of regeneration. If by mistake, by the attack of predator or any other accident, if the part of the body is cut off, they can regenerate it. Okay, so this is their special ability. Unisexual, very well we all know this feature. Now the skeleton of these organisms, echinoderms, is made up of calcareous spine, as I told you, okay, or ossicles, that is they are called as plates. Okay, another feature, how do they perform the locomotion? Okay, that is movement from one place to another with the help of a tube feet. Okay, this tube feet helps them to capture the prey, to feed, and also to respire. Clear? And few of the echinoderms are sedentary as well. Okay, not all are locomotory and not all are sedentary. Obviously there will be variation, all cannot be same, right or no? Okay, this was the second last or ninth phylum of non-chordates. The next is the last phylum of the non-chordates, and that is Hemichordata. This Hemichordata means hemi, half, chordata, string-like chordate. So, are you getting any idea what's next to study? We are proceeding towards or very close towards phylum Chordata. Did you observe the evolution? Here, the organism of Hemichordata will show you presence of chordates, I mean notochord, right? Not throughout the body, but in some part of the body. So, this Hemichordata is also known as the connecting link between the non-chordates and the chordates. If you observe the balanoglossus, the first picture, the body is divided into three regions: proboscis, collar, and trunk. This proboscis is a feeding and sucking organ of the body, okay, which helps them to feed itself. Okay, this proboscis region will show the presence of notochord. Okay, so in this half of part of the body you will have string-like notochord being present. Hence this balanoglossus of the hemichordata is also called as the connecting link between non-chordates and the chordates. It can be studied as a proof that yes, this is how the evolution took place and gradually the chordates were born, okay, or chordates were evolved. Okay, I hope you are understanding how evolution takes place, right? Now these somewhat look like acorn, okay, hence they are termed as acorn worms in general language. Now these are purely marine, okay, and they live in the burrows in the sand. Where will you find in the burrows? Near the coastal region, okay, on the coast of the sea or the ocean. In the sand you will find them. One to many pharyngeal gill sets are present. Okay, these can be unisexual or hermaphrodites as well. Okay, depending. So, balanoglossus, saccoglossus, these are few examples of hemichordata, right? So, here we complete with the 10 phylums of non-chordata. Okay, next time we shall start with phylum chordata. Before that, I want you all to revise these all 10 phylums, study how the development takes place, how the evolution takes place, how we keep moving from higher from one phylum to another. What is the difference between the previous phylum and the next phylum that we are studying. You can refer the organisms, study the structure of the body of the organisms, okay? Then write the characteristics. I'm sure it is going to help you a lot because it's very easy. You just need to know which organism belongs to which phylum, and then you can understand the characteristics by yourself also. Okay? So today we shall stop here. Next time we shall start with a new phylum, Chordata, its subphylum, and the last part of your lesson. And next time I'm sure we shall complete with the lesson number 6, animal classification. Till then, revise by yourself, practice the diagram. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe.